Quran is such a book that we can get knowledge from it for our everyday life. Hardships are an inevitable part of our life, and the Quran can give us great knowledge on them. The mind tells there must be wisdom behind the better events we face constantly, and it searches for the answers. Why hardships are here? Why don't they end? If we go to chapter Baqara of the Quran, which is the second and the longest chapter in the book, and look at the verses 155, 156, and 157 and read them, we will find the answer. It's important to always consider Arabic text of the verses of the Quran and the thoughts of the skilled commentators on the verses to have the best understanding of the words of the Holy Book, since the verses are multidimensional and they can carry multiple meanings. Well, when we read the mentioned verses, we come to understand that hardships are divine trials. Life is not for entertainment and leisure, and nor it for the relaxation, but is for facing these trials and raising us through them. Our life is for exploring the deep moral and spiritual power within us and letting it out for good. Our life is our best capital, and we should invest it in building us into perfect human beings. There is a power within us. We might be unaware of it. The trials of life make this power come out. In the trials, we come to better know ourselves, our qualities that we didn't know before. Amongst all the qualities that we possess, the most highest is the quality of patience. And true patience is what created only by trials and tribulations. Have you seen those people of patience, how patient and resistant they are? The prophets of God, the immaculate imams, and other godly people, when they face the toughest trials, they never gave in. One can be blown away by the magnitude of the horrible events that struck them in their lives. The calamities never left them, yet they are known to be the most powerful of all. Why? How come they are so strong? What we understand is that it's nothing else but the very divine trials and tribulations that molded them into being patient and willful. Could the same happen to us? When does it actually happen that our moral power flourishes and we become reformed, meaning we become a better version of us? Is there any path for this? Can every person who faces adversity become a better one? From the Quranic verses mentioned earlier, we understand that those who turn to God at the times of hardships and trials can be such. Those who remember God and become patient. Those who say, God is there, He sees, and this is enough for us, and they become patient. They are those who resist in the face of the calamities. They are those who are able to thank God and who know that these things happen for a reason, and they wait patiently. Those who resist. And who can become a patient one? The one who has faith in God and the hereafter can become truly patient. Sometimes trials and tribulations are such intensive and heavy on us that we start doubting the existence of God. Is He really out there? We ask of. Quran responds to our doubts from the words of God. In verses 156 and 157, we find that God says He sends salams, abundant peace, upon those who are patient in trials and tribulations. If we look a little deeper into this statement of God, we find that God is letting us know of His existence. How would one send salam if He did not exist? One finds out logically. I am here and I am sending you salams, as if God says. At the time of adversity, we suffer so much that we want to see God with our physical eyes. And we want Him to hold our hands and literally say to us, hi. In fact, God does this, but in His own way and style. God sends salams beforehand, long before we face the trials, through His messages, verses of Qur'an, through His signs and His Prophet and the Imams of Ahlul Bayt, alayhimus salam, convey His words, kalams and salams through their tongue, knowledge and commentary. God sends His salams to those who are patient at the times of hardships, to those who say, we belong to God and to Him shall we return, to those who remember Allah at hard times and seek refuge and solace in Him. These people have certain mechanism of faith. They know that everything belongs to God. Everything that happens nowhere but in God. They have faith in the judgment day. They have a belief system, Aqidah, which says there is God and the God is just. They put into effect their Aqidah at the times of trials and tribulations and remember that these are for a reason. They remember the reward and punishment. Allah sends abundant peace for these people, and they are those who are truly guided. The truly guided are those who were able to explore their hidden power within them and have attained the best status of their being as humans, and hence they have attained the mercy of God. The seekers of the guidance could also have attained their desires in the path of guidance, such as high levels of spirituality and other rewards. Those who are patient shall also receive glad tidings from God. But what these mean, human intellect cannot perceive. So it's important that we knew the truth before we continue complaining about the hardships. We need to know that we live within a divine system where God Himself provides best protection to those who know and accept Him and follow His path. And this protection is enough for us since it's the best of all protections.